Okay, students, today we will discuss about what is the Android core building block and what are the types of the operating system which are used in the mobile operating system. And now first, we will discuss what is the Android core building block. An Android component is simply a piece of code that has a well-defined life cycle. Examples, for example, activity, receiver, service, etc. The core building blocks or fundamental components of Androids are first is activity, next are views, third one is the intents, fourth is the services, next is content provider, next is the fragments, and the last one is the Android manifest.xml. What is the activity? Activity is a class that represents a single screen. It is like a frame in AWT. A view. What is view? A view is the UI element such as button, label, text field, etc. Okay. Anything that you see is a view. Next is intent. Intent is used to invoke components. It is mainly used to start the service, launch an activity, display a page, display a list of content, broadcast a message, dial a call, etc. Here I will use the term AWT. The meaning of the full form of the AWT is Abstract Window Toolkit. Okay, AWT is an Abstract Window Toolkit is an application programming interface for creating the graphical user interface in Java. It allows Java programmer to develop window-based applications. AWT provides the various components like button, label, checkbox, etc. used as objects inside a Java program. Okay, now here is a service. What is service? Service is a background process that can run for a long time. Content provider. Content providers are used to share data between the applications. Fragment. Fragments are like parts of activity. An activity can display one or more fragments on the screen at the same time. Android manifest.xml. It contains information about activities, content providers, permissions, etc. It is like the web.xml file in Java EE. And the next is the Android virtual device. What is the Android virtual device? It is used to test the Android application without the need for mobile or a tablet, etc. It can be created in different configurations to emulate different types of real devices. An Android virtual device is a configuration that defines the characteristics of the Android phone, tablets, okay, where operating system of Android TV or automotive operating system device that you want to simulate in the Android emulator. The device manager is an interface you can launch from Android Studio that help you create and manage AVD. Okay, and AVD contains a hardware profile, system image, storage area, screen, and other properties. And here, next one is the Android emulator. Android emulator is used to run, debug, and test the Android application. If you don't have the real device, it can be the best way to run, debug, and test the application. And the Android emulator is an Android virtual device which represents a specific Android device. We can use the Android emulators as a target device to execute and test our Android application on your PC. Okay, the Android emulators provides almost all the functionality of a real device. We can get the incoming phone calls and text messages. It also gives the location of the device and simulates different network speeds. Android emulators simulates player rotation and other hardware sensor. It accesses the Google Play Store and much more. In the Android emulators, testing Android applications on emulators are sometimes faster and easier than doing on a real device. For example, we can transfer data faster to the emulators than to real device connected through USB. Okay, this is the Android emulators. This is a diagram of, and now this is the type of the Android apps. The critical factor that you have to consider while doing test planning is checking the mobile application type. Okay, you will mainly come across three types of the mobile applications. First one is the mobile app web. Next is the native app. Next is a hybrid app. Okay. Now, what is a native app? A native app is developed specifically for one platform. It can be installed through an application store such as Google Play Store or Apple's App Store. Example, WhatsApp, Facebook. Benefits of the native apps is native apps live on the device and are accessed through icons on the device home screen. They can take full advantage of all the device features. They can use the cameras or the and the GPS, the astrometers, the compass, the list of contents, and so on. Native apps can use the device notification system and can work offline. Publisher can make use of push notifications, letting users every time a new piece of content is published or when their attention is required. Native apps maintain UI design of each operating system, thus they offer the best user experience. Downside of the native apps is high cost for building the app. Native apps developed for one platform will not run on another platform. An app built for Android will not run on iOS. We need to build a different app altogether for iOS. Because of this reason, we need to maintain multiple versions of app. Next one is a mobile app. It is mobile web. Mobile are not real applications. They are actually websites that open in your smartphone with the help of web browser. Mobile websites have a broadcast audience for all the primary types of application. For example, is tutorial points. Benefits: easy access, easy development, developing a responsive designed and restructuring the content to be properly displayed on a smaller screen. Hardware will make any desktop website mobile friendly. Next is the easy update. Just update in one location and all the user automatically have access to the latest version of the site. No installation required for the mobile web as compared to the hybrid app. Downsides of the mobile app. Mobile website can't use some of the features. For example, access to the file system and local resource is not available in websites. Many existing websites don't support offline capabilities. User want to have the app's icon on their home screen as a constant reminder. The website needs to be opened in the web browser only, while native and the hybrid apps appear on the App Store and the Google Play web apps want. Here's the next type of the Android is a hybrid app. Hybrid apps are way to expose content from existing websites in a format. They can be well described as a mixture of web app and the native app. For example, is the Wikipedia's benefits. Developing a hybrid app is cheaper than developing a native app. It can be built for cross platforms, that is reduced cost for app development. Maintenance is simple as there are not many versions to be maintained. It can take advantage of a few features available in the device. It can be found in App Store, which makes the distribution easy. It has a browser embedded within the app only. Okay, downsides, graphics are less accommodated with the operating systems as compared to native apps. Hybrid apps are slower than the native apps. Okay, it is a difference between the what is the difference between the native, hybrid, and the web. First of all, the cost. Native cost, more to develop, the cost increases more if the apps has to be developed for multiple platforms. In the hybrid apps, the cost of the hybrid is less that native apps to build, but requires higher skill. In the web, the cost less than native and the hybrid apps. The performance of the native app can access device functionality, elements, etc. For instant uses and have faster response rate. And the performance of the hybrid app application mainly act as a medium to download data from the server. So the performance is little downgraded in the comparison to the native apps. And in the web, the performance is based on the internet connectivity and the browser performance. Okay, the distribution channel apps are hosted in the App Store of the operating system. This allows the app to leverage showcasing feature and ranking. But in the hybrid, apps are hosted in the App Store of the operating system. This allows the app to leverage showcasing the features and ranking. And in the web app are not stored in the App Store but are directly available on the web. Device failures features utilization has access to all the devices API and can leverage all the device functions. In the hybrid apps are supported by some device API, but there are still some features that can't be accessed by the hybrid apps. In the web app, only few device functionality can be accessed, such as locations. The user interface in the native apps are developed for the device who are much user friendly and close to operating system, but in the hybrid apps, there are some restrictions with the app due to cross-platform operability, but some apps can be configured to have a pretty close to native feel. There are some restrictions with the web app due to cross-platform operability, but some apps can be configured to have a pretty close to native feels. In the native apps, code maintenance, common code can't be used for all devices. The maintenance of code is also on the higher side of the monetary scale. In the hybrid app, code base can be ported to all major platforms. The maintenance is also less due to use of the single code structure. But in the web app, code can be used in any browser that support it. The maintenance cost is also low as the same code basis views across the platform. Recommended uses for the application developed for the single platform apps that require high optimizations level and the native UI free apps that needs to be operated through the wide variety of devices, the apps that need to be available on the App Store. In the web app applications that have limited resources and funds, applications apps that does not require to be featured and in app stores. Okay, now what is the mobile operating system? In a mobile operating system, sometimes called the mobile operating or mobile OS for short. Okay, is an operating system that runs on the mobile devices. And operating system OS is a software interface that is responsible for managing and operating hardware units and assisting the users to use those units. For mobile phones, operating system has developed to enable users to use phones in much the same way as personal computers were used 1 or 2 decades ago. The most well-known mobile operating system are Android, iOS, Windows Phone operating system, and Symbian. The market share ratio of these operating systems are Android 41.51% and the iOS 41.937%, Symbian 3.31%, and the Windows Phone operating system 2.57%. There are some other mobile operating systems that are less used. Okay. A mobile operating system is software that allows smartphones, tablet, PC, and to say personal computers and other devices to run applications and programs. A mobile operating system typically starts up when a device powers on, presenting a screen with icon or tiles that present information and provide application access. Mobile operating systems also manage circular and the wireless network connectivity as well as phone access. Now here is the types of the mobile operating systems. There are numerous mobile operating devices available today, and two of the most widely adopted are the iPhone operating system and the Apple iOS and Google's open source operating system, Google Android. These two mobile operating systems take different approaches to the mobile operating system. Apple distributes the only devices that natively support iOS, and it takes a garden approach in which Apple regulates all mobile apps and services that can run on the iOS devices. Apple developed iOS to run on its own XNU kernel. Apple has also released several device-specific mobile operating systems, such as Watch OS for Apple Watch and iPad OS, iPad operating system for iPad tablets. Here is the first operating system, that is the Android operating system. Android is an open source mobile operating system developed by Google and launched in 2008. Android is a Linux-based operating system that uses a Linux 2.6 to provide core services such as security, memory management, process management, network stack, and a driver model. Android applications are usually written in Java programming language. It offers a wide range of libraries that enable the app developers to build different applications. Okay. Next operating system, next mobile operating system is the Apple iOS. Apple iOS is a pure source for mobile phone operating system developed by the Apple in 2007. It is used by Apple-only products iPhone, iPod, and iPad. It is only available on Apple products and responds to commands from the user's fingertips. The iOS architecture is based on 3 layers incorporated with each other. Coca Touch is a layer that provides some basic infrastructure used by application. DCP layer is individual layers, which provide audio services, animation, video, image formats, and documents in addition to providing two-dimensional 2D and the 3D three-dimensional drawing and audio and video scope. The third layer is the core operating system, which provides core services such as low-level data type, startup services, network connection, and here is the third type of the mobile operating system. Taiwan operating system is a mobile operating system that provides a high level of integrations with communication. It combines middleware of wireless communication and personal information management (PIM) functionality. Taiwan operating system was developed by Taiwan Ltd in 1998 for the use of mobile phone. Nokia was the first company to release Taiwan's operating system on its mobile phone at that time. Next is the Windows Phone operating system. Windows Phone operating system is a closed source code mobile operating system developed by the Microsoft Corporation and used by multiple smart devices, which is a personal digital assistant, smartphones, and touch devices. It was designed for the Pocket PC and smart mobiles. Windows Phone operating system is based on compact version of .NET framework, which gives it an advantage in developing .NET oriented mobile applications. PADA Samsung Electronics is the proprietary Samsung mobile operating system that was first launched in 2010. The Samsung Wave was the first smartphone to use this mobile operating system that provides some mobile features such as multi-point touch, 3D graphics, and of course applications, downloads and installation. Next is the BlackBerry OS in motion. The BlackBerry OS is a proprietary mobile operating system developed by the research in motion. BlackBerry platform is a popular with corporate users and it offers synchronization with Microsoft Exchange, Lotus Domino, or group-wise email and other business software. When used with BlackBerry enterprise servers, Palm operating system. The Palm operating system is a mobile operating system that was developed by the Palm Ltd for use and on personal digital assistant (PAD). It was introduced in 1996. Palm operating is also known as the kernel operating system. Next type of the mobile operating is the MeeGo operating system, Nokia and Intel. MeeGo is in the joint open source mobile operating system, which is the result of merging two products based on open source technologies. Okay, Nokia and the Intel, IMO and the Mobley. MeeGo is a mobile operating system designed to work on a number of devices, including smartphones, notebooks, networks, tablets, vehicles, information system. And the next one is the Harmony operating system. The Harmony operating system is the latest mobile operating system that was developed by the Huawei for the use of its devices. It is designed primarily for the IoT devices, Internet of Things. Here is a graph of the various types of the operating system. Here is the Android operating system. This is the iOS, and there is the others operating system. Next is the features of the mobile operating system. What are the features of the mobile operating system? The first one is easy to use. The graphics should be attractive. The buttons and features should be easy to use. Moreover, the functionality should not be very complicated. Features should be powerful and useful. Second, features of the mobile operating system, the good app store. An app is one of the basic part of an operating system. Good and useful apps forms an important part of an operating system. The app should be simple and interactive. Next is features of the mobile operating system, the good battery life. Power is one of the main requirement of a smartphone. They require power for processors, sensors, etc. Therefore, the battery holds a very important role. The smartphone power usage keeps on increasing. Therefore, a good battery backup is very essential. Next feature is the data usage and organization. An operating system should focus on controlling the data and network usage. It should keep the limit and requirement in focus. Secondly, the organization of data related to do list, calendars, alarms, reminders, etc. is very important. A good operating system should keep this data in a very organized and safe manner. Moreover, the data should be readily and easily available. This also here is also the features of the mobile operating system. The ability to connect to the internet via the smartphone, valid in modem, and a wireless service provider such as Virgin or AT&T. Many mobile operating systems offer a native web browser application which allows users to search the internet and visit web pages. Several mobile operating systems also have native GPS global positioning system application that allow users to search for locations, follow step-by-step directions, and in some cases share location with different devices. Other common mobile operating system features include native email application that allow users to link their work and personal email accounts, a calendar application that users can keep track of tasks, meetings, and events, and a contacts library to organize and search for content information. Now here is the components of the mobile operating system. What are the components of the mobile operating system? The components of the mobile operating system are same as the basic operating system. The components are as follows. First one is the kernel. A kernel is the core heart of an operating system. It contains all the function and the operations to manage the versions of the operating system. The second component of the mobile operating system, the process execution. The operating system execute various process so that the statements will execute and connect the application program to the hardware. Whenever a process executes, it uses memory space and other resources as well. Next component of the mobile operating system is interrupt. Interrupts are basically used with the hardware device to communicate with the CPU, central processing unit. It is basically a signal which the device generates the request to the CPU. Moreover, when an interrupt occurs, the CPU temporarily stops executing its current process. Next is the memory management. It is the management of the main and the primary memory. Furthermore, whatever program is executed and it has to be present in the main memory. Therefore, there can be more than one program present at a time, as it is required to manage the memory. And the operating system in the memories allocates and reallocates the memory. Keeps a record of which part of primary memory is used by whom and how much. And we distribute the memory while multiprocessing. Next component of the mobile operating system is the multitasking. It is performing more than one task at a time. The operating system allows the user to work with more than one process at a time without any problem. Next is the security. The components of the mobile system. The operating system keeps the system and program safe and secure through authentication. A user ID and password decides the authenticity of the user. The seventh is the user interface. GUI stands for the graphical user interface. As the name suggests, it provides a graphical interface for the user to interact with the computer. It uses icons, menus, etc. to interact with the user. Moreover, the user can easily interact by just clicking these items. Therefore, it is very user friendly and there is no need to remember any commands. Okay.